Okay, well, Eddie McTrigger Part 2, Alita Day, how it was, uh, how it was born, and why it was constructed the way it did. Why did it succeed? Because there are specific reasons. How do we repeat that? When should be the next mail campaign? And reluctantly, I do have a special guest here to help me explain all this. Uh, you know him, you love him. Please welcome Captain Crunch. Hey kids, how are you? I'm here to help Big Dummy over there explain some stupid thing he did. Alita Day. We talked about this. You said you understood everything. Well, I understand some things like I was the first man to sail around the world. You never sailed around the world. That was Magellan. You're not even a real captain. You just got a stupid hat sewn on top of your head, and don't tell me I'm going to write a letter to General Mills. General Mills isn't a general. He's a company that makes cereal. Okay, now you going to explain to Lee today? You told me you were going to help me explain this. You going to explain it? Tell him. Tell it. Make it interesting. Oh, I'll make it interesting. I'm going to tell him about a 35-year-old man that collected box tops from my cereal boxes and then ordered me off the back of it. He had a wife and family. Can you say loser? So you're just going to try to embarrass me? You're just going to try to embarrass me. I'm going to put you back in that drawer for 10 years. You'll be lucky if I don't pull all your stuffing out. These people don't even know me. I mean, I take you places, you get me thrown out, you get me in fights, you get me put in jail. You nearly got me Baker acted with what you told that judge. Oh, you should have seen her. She was so hacked off. You gonna be good? You gonna be good? Remember, kids, I'm a cereal, so eat me. All right, that's it. That's it. I knew it wasn't gonna work out. He's just like that all the time. Sorry I ever ordered him. So I'll do this solo. Alita Day. How it came up with it. I don't really want to take credit for coming up with it. I kind of didn't. I kind of took the chocolate somebody came up with and the peanut butter somebody else came up with and said, oh, let's put these together and see how it works out. And it did. You got a Reese's peanut butter cup. Early in the group, a guy had suggested, let's do a fan mail campaign maybe. I jumped on it and I said, that is a good idea. So, but I wanted to let him develop it. He's a smart guy. So he developed it, overdeveloped it, big time, way too complicated. The Elite Army, love it, but I know it's going to be like herding cats to get them to participate in something. There's nobody in charge. I'm not in charge. I don't want to be in charge of anything. Been in charge of stuff. I'm done with that. But he made it way too complicated, but I kept that idea in the back of my head because I knew it could be something that would have impact, and that's what we're after, is something that has impact. It gets noticed. And so later, when another member of the group said, maybe we could do something for 9/9, call it Alita Appreciation Day. Well, I immediately, the old idea about the fan mail campaign came out of the back of my head. And I knew, okay, Rosa Salazar, if there's one person you could get the Army to actually go to one of those mailbox things and put a stamp on something and mail something to, it would be Rosa Salazar. 9/9, that's a nice hook. It has a good hook to it to get people interested. And postcard, simple. Rosa, 9/9 postcard. Simple, done. And the timing window was good. Maybe not great, but it was good. It's 2-3 weeks after the Blu-ray launch. So the initial wave of that is kind of passing, and still got about a month before September 9th, and that's important. Give people time to get the word out and participate. And it worked, because Rose Salazar, Crying Tears of Joy on Instagram, that's a good thing. It worked. So that was just a question of when's the next mail campaign. And you're looking for the same things: a target that people will write to, a hook that and a date. So people talking Christmas stuff like that. I said no, Valentine's Day. That's the day to do it because it's the initial release of the movie, The Day of Love. We all fell in love with that movie. It's a traditional card day, so you've got your hook. You got your hook and your date. Valentine's Day, release date, Valentine's to, and then so the only question is who? Who's the target? My initial suggestion was we hit the big three: Cameron, Landau, Rodriguez. I think, cross my fingers, that we could get people to send cards to 3 people. I don't think 3 addresses is too much. I don't want to go any more than that because that was the problem with the initial ideas. It just got too big and bulky and there was too much going on. But then a funny thing happened on the way to Valentine's Day, which John Landau comes out and says he wants us basically to embrace our family at Disney. So I'm on the phone. I'm past the receptionist at Paradigm, and I'm way past it to the point that it makes me nervous almost at Lightstorm. And I want to get some answers to some questions, but there's nobody around right now. Unfortunately, I was working 100 hours a week from just before Thanksgiving to just before Christmas, so I couldn't do much. And then the holidays hit, and there's nobody around, so I got to wait until probably the week of like January 6th. I'll be able to start getting in touch with people again and ask some questions and so I'm open to input on all of this. But Alan Horn, Alan Bergman, if they want us to go after Disney, Alan Horn, if you don't know who he is, they brought him out of retirement to wear the Pharaoh's ring. Anything that gets to do with a movie getting made, financed, produced, marketed, anything else, it's Alan Horn. And it being 79 years old now, that he's got a who's Alan Bergman. Basically, you got your old line, your young line, because being 79 years old, Alan Horn not going to be around forever. So those two would be the two that if they said, yeah, let's greenlight this, okay, then it's greenlit. But I'm not sure how much participation, would it dampen participation to say Disney? Sending them cards saying we really love Disney and we want you to make a movie. I know there's a lot of... So I'm a little up in the air about that part, but like I said, I'm still getting answers from behind the scene. I'll take suggestions from anybody on who should be the target, but I know we got the date because right after the start of the new year, we don't have anything really going on in terms of campaigns or stuff like that, so much so. And so there's not a lot of distraction, and we got a good window of time because a mail campaign, snail mail campaign, is going to take a little longer to crank. It's not going to be as immediate as, hey, hit this Twitter poll or something like that. But we got the window to do it in, and we got a good hook. We just got to get targets. So if anybody got any ideas or inputs, throw them in the ring. I certainly don't consider myself in charge of anything. I just know that if you're going to run it successfully here, it's kind of reverse engineered to what I used to do. You started with one place and then you tried to hit a wide audience. I'm starting instead with the wide audience and hitting one target, but it's just kind of an inverted version of what I'm done a lot of my professional life. You got any suggestions? Bring them on. And as I've got more information, stay tuned. I'll bring it here. So that's it for now.